longer unemployed. Gersonzero here, and welcome to another episode of Eating with Zero. Before I tackle the topic here at hand, I'm gonna show you what I'm eating today. I bought a few hours ago a sausage, egg, and cheese on a bagel. Unfortunately, because I bought it hours ago, I had to put it in the microwave, because if I put it in the oven, it's gonna be a little bit too crispy. And by crispy, I mean hard as fuck. And accompanying the sausage, egg, and cheese on a bagel, I got a green tea Snapple. Now, it says all natural, but I'm calling bullshit. What are you eating? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll be sure to reply. This is gonna be a lengthy video. Yeah, it's definitely not all natural. Let me bring you back to summer of 2017, where Zero was an unemployed bum who's playing video games every day in the living room, going to the park with his son quite a bit, and hanging out with his wife a lot too. It was pretty awesome. Waking up anytime I wanted to, and by any time I really mean like 8 o'clock because my son wakes up at that time. The 6 months of me being unemployed was possibly the best 6 months of my life. But then I realized towards the latter part of those 6 months, around October, I needed to make sure that by the time my last check came in at the end of December, that I was working. Looking for a job only after the unemployment ended was a little bit irresponsible. So starting October, November-ish, I started kind of waking up with a little bit of dread. The fun that I had throughout the summer ended. It then became a game of finding a job every morning. I would wake up and go on to the Indeed's website and Career Builder and LinkedIn and not have much luck. I set restrictions. I started to set boundaries where I would work, where I wouldn't. And the wouldn't are basically fucking call centers. I knew for a fact that if I was gonna give up my job and go elsewhere, it wasn't gonna be at another call center making less money doing the same shit. Do you get me? Not too good. The next line that I drew was the salary. I wasn't gonna take anything under $20 an hour. So setting those filters on Indeed and Career Builder made looking for a job a little bit difficult. Now, if you guys know me, I went to college for a couple of semesters and I dropped out just because I was eager to work. So on my resume, the only thing that I had going for me was that I worked in a call center for a really big cable company for over 10 years. But what is that going to translate to? More call center jobs. Fast forward to the end of November. Black Friday, in fact. I was on Best Buy's website buying a couple of video games on sale. Bought Nier, bought Wolfenstein, and Just Dance 2018. When I finished purchasing those games, I started to ask myself, what was I doing with my life? I'm here buying video games up the ass and not really playing them, because I couldn't really enjoy the games that I was buying towards the end of my unemployment. The last check that I was receiving was the last week of December going into the new year. I've seen a lot of people talk about anxiety and depression and all these feelings that they would get just going on with their lives. And I wouldn't go as far as saying that's what I was feeling, but every morning that I would wake up, I've never felt as anxious as I did during that time. Because even when I worked for the cable company that I did, the shitty call center for 10 years, that anxiety would go away after maybe an hour or so. But this time it was a little different. Every time that I woke up and the anxiety kicked in, it stayed there for a longer period of time. I have my wife on one corner and my son on the other, and their livelihood depends on me. Even when I got calls from employers, I was afraid to answer the phone. I was afraid to pick up the phone and talk to a stranger about possible future employment. And I would let them leave a voicemail, and I would listen to the voicemail, and I would find anything that I can grab onto just to avoid accepting any possible interviews. I would hear the voicemail, and my wife would ask me, hey, what was that job about? And I would tell her, I don't know, they didn't say. And I was just, I don't know, that anxiety that kicked in, bro. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me. Got a lot of call center jobs, got a lot of insurance companies like fucking Allstate and Geico and all these other places that I just didn't want to work at. Now we're in December. And in December, I don't know what changed, but I started to realize I can't be fucking around anymore. I need to get a job, and I need to start paying my bills that are no longer going to have some sort of source of income to tap into. Even though I don't have my associate's or bachelor's degree, I do have my A+ certification. So it does reflect some sort of technical skills, at least allowing me to apply for entry-level tech jobs. I always removed it from my resume in the past because I just didn't want to do that anymore. I did some entry-level tech jobs in the past and I was not a fan of it, so I just simply removed it. Decided to put it back on my resume, updated Indeed and Career Builder, and within 48 hours, I actually started getting quite a few calls from employers seeking technicians. But now, when people were calling me, I would pick up the phone immediately. And I would talk to quite a few people. Now, at this point, I lowered the bar to how much I was willing to accept in terms of salary. But I still didn't want to work outside of, say, the Bronx or White Plains, Yonkers area, Westchester County. I wanted to make sure that I was able to drive to work and not take the freaking bus or the train. So those limits were still there, and it was a limit. It was limiting me from possible employment. Anytime someone called me and told me, oh, it's in Manhattan, have a good day. Then I started thinking about it. I'm in the middle of December. I still got maybe 3 checks left of unemployment. But now, I need to haul ass and get a job. I told myself, you know what? I'll take Manhattan. Fuck it. I'm going to take it. And I'm going to lower the bar from $20 an hour to $17. At least if I'm making $17 an hour. I used to make $24 and change. But going down to $17 is going to hurt my pockets. But as long as the bills are being paid, that's all that matters. Most importantly, that I don't want to blow my brains out every morning when I wake up to a shitty job. I don't want that. I got a call. Lady told me, yo, we got a job for you, $17 an hour. I'm like, fuck. But it's not a call center. It said office assistant. I said, okay, I mean, how hard can that be? She tells me it's Manhattan. I go, all right, fine. I'm gonna submit your resume to the manager. They're gonna call me and let me know if they want to interview you. This was probably a Thursday or a Friday. I'll go, okay, cool. Saturday passes, Sunday passes, Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday comes. And I get a call. Hello? Mr. Mercado, they want to interview you. Oh, well, let's fucking do this. Now, there's a couple of things that I like to do when I go on interview. I like to pray to God that it's a woman. Because if it's a woman, got it. If it's a dude, we got a problem, Houston. I don't know. I don't interview well with males. They're fucking assholes. But women, doesn't matter what age they are. They could be 19, viejitas. Got it. She tells me the interview is in Queens. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought the job was in Manhattan. She goes, it is, but the interview is in Queens. I go, all right, cool. We got this. Ask my wife, yo, you want to tag along? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find parking. All right. I need for you to stay in the car just in case I can't. I take my wife with me. Drive down to Long Island City. Woo, 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 woo. Can't find parking. Tell her to stay in the car. Go into the building. All suited up, dressed up. See the lady who's gonna interview me. She tells me, well, the job is in Manhattan, but temporarily we're here in Long Island City until March. I go, oh, damn, okay, you know what? I don't care. This shit could be the deepest of the deep, and I'm taking it. I need to pay my bills, man. I need to make sure that all my bills are paid, even if I'm broke throughout the month. As long as the bills are paid, then I'm good. Go in on the interview. Talk about myself. Tell her the neighborhood story. You ever heard the neighborhood story? Customer service is like a neighborhood. If it's a bad neighborhood, do you want to live there? No. Why would you want to associate with a company that has bad customer service? So it's not a customer service job, but you do speak to clients, so you do need some sort of customer service experience. Tell her, yeah, I could work any software, even if it's the first time I'm using it. I adapt quick. They look real impressed with me, and I'm like, yeah, okay. And they go, all right, so we'll call you. I'm like, fuck, did I mess up? Was the neighborhood story a little bit too much? What happened here, bro? I get back in the car, and I tell my wife, I think I bombed, because they said they'll call me next week. That's not good. She goes, I mean, usually they won't tell you a specific time frame or target date when you can expect a call. If they're not interested, they'll just thank you and show you the door. And I'm like, okay. So I call the lady that set up the interview, and I tell her, I don't think I got it. She goes, no. You're in the running. I actually spoke to them. We do have more interviews, so they were not lying. They still have other people they have to see. Hang up. A week passes. At this point, we're almost on Christmas. Christmas is about to hit. Now, we're on the 22nd, 23rd, around there. I'm in Toys R Us shopping for my son's presents, and I hear my phone ringing like crazy. At this point, I didn't even want to look at the phone who it was, because I was scared that they were going to call me and tell me, hey, thanks for your time. We decided to go with someone else. But I was also afraid of taking the job. You know the saying about having butterflies in your stomach? Yeah, I don't think I had butterflies. I think I had a fucking pterodactyl in my stomach, because that shit was heavy. I started to feel anxious again. What if it's the lady and she tells me the job is mine and then I have to start tomorrow? What if I was wrong? What if this job isn't for me? Phone is ringing like crazy. They leave a voicemail saying that they want to talk to me. Get in my car after I do the Christmas shopping with my wife. It's just me and her in the car. I call her back. She congratulates me and says that she likes to extend the job to me. If it's okay with me, they're looking forward to working with me, and that they'd like my skills to be part of the team. I take the job. I take it. I say thank you. She asks, when can I start? I go, I can start anytime. She goes, all right, so probably be starting on the 28th, 29th, you know, like right before the New Year's begins. I go, all right. You know, I started thinking about, well, 17 an hour, getting my 40 hours a week, holidays off, 9 to 6, Monday through Friday. There's worse jobs out there, bro. Mind you, I don't have my college degree. Fast forward a couple of days, I get my paperwork. I look at the salary and it says 18 an hour. And I'm like, 18 an hour? I thought this shit was 17. The fuck? Sign that shit! Woo! Paperwork that I'm signing on multiple sheets says 18 an hour. Right? I mean, my signature's all over it, so you can't really go back on that, can you? Like, they tell me that my start date is the 29th, the day before New Year's Eve weekend. So I wake up on the 29th to go to work, and a little bit of excitement hits me. It's exactly what I wanted about a year ago. I don't know if you ever saw the Eating with Zero, rebooting your life, wanting to just start fresh. No strings attached, just saying fuck it, hitting that reset button on the NES. Deleting your save on a fucked up skill tree that you have on an RPG. The relief of going over the fence and realizing that the grass is greener on the other side. I'm in the train, and although I'm in the train and I miss my car, I'm happy. I'm waking up, I'm going to work, and I'm not going to a shitty call center. I'm working in an office. I wish I could tell you where I freaking work, because it's pretty awesome. I go into the office, everyone says hi to me, everyone is so friendly, and I sit down at my desk and I'm doing nothing, bro. Like, I'm working an office job. Fast forward a couple of weeks. You know, I think I'm nearing a month. And I'm waking up, going to work with no problems. Now, because I work in Queens for the time being, I am getting home like at 7:30 the latest. It depends how quick I run to the train station. There's times where I get home right when it hits 7 because of how fast I walk to the train station. And when I get off Fordham Road, it's like a 15-20 minute walk. So I'm hauling ass and I get here exactly at 7. You know, so I am spending a lot of time outside of the home, which kind of sucks because I don't get to see my son or my wife. I get to see them maybe 3 hours to 4 hours a day, which isn't the best, but I can confirm that I am getting paid what the paperwork said. So there you have it, guys. Sorry I didn't do much eating, but this sausage, egg, and cheese was pretty nasty. I don't know what the future has in store for me. Going through the experience that I went through the past 6-7 months, I have to say that just don't take bullshit, man. Anytime that you feel like you're living a life that you just no longer want to live, just try to make changes, man. It took me about a year to make those changes, reflecting on what I was living in. I lived a life where one half I adored. I have my wife and my son on one hand, and on the other, I was getting consumed by hatred. There were times where I wouldn't say that I wanted to kill myself because I feel like it's not fair to say that when there's people out there that really do question that every day. But I felt like if I died, okay, all right, what's the problem? Now, I want to live my life. Strange, right? It's strange how things just change like that. So just remember that it may take a little bit of grinding and it may take a little bit longer than expected, but anything that needs to be changed can change. It's like losing weight. You're not going to lose weight right away, right? You're not going to lose all your weight in 10 minutes if you decide you want to lose weight. If you decide you want to put on a few pounds, you're not going to put on those few pounds in 5 minutes. It takes time. If you see a movie is 3 hours long and you say within the first minute, I'm going to finish this movie, it's not going to end. It's going to take you those hours to finish the movie. Just remember that. You can do whatever you want, bro. You can go ahead and change whatever the fuck you want. Don't let anyone put you down, bro. Fuck anyone who puts you down, alright? Fuck anyone who says, that job kind of sucks. I make $40 an hour. Fuck you, alright? I like my job. And at this point, I'm just going to keep moving forward and just shaping my own life, bro. That's it. Let's say fuck everyone who wants to put us down, bro. Guys, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to let me know what you ate while watching this video or what you drank. I shouldn't have drank this. I should have drank some water, but it wasn't all natural, but it was good. Yeah, Happy New Year.